I think the people that are creative, or the creative type, like I always thought as myself as one of those art kids. When I was in high school, I remember being like, hey, I don't want to be in this class. And they're like, you're not going to do anything anyway. Go down to the art room. And I would just live there and do my thing. There's so many people that are creatives that just don't understand that oozes into other things that you do. Do you find that as well within your business, that your creativity kind of oozes into what you do?
Definitely. I don't know what you would say. I never got a full-time job in it, but I went to college for it. I don't know what that term is, but for graphic design, and like websites and stuff. And I kind of have pulled that into that with, designing like invites and, different stuff online, like for social media. But yeah, that's definitely been a part of what I do. And of course, makeup is just an extension of art. So, yeah.
So how did you get into makeup? What led you to doing what you're doing now?
So I've always liked makeup, but mostly it's been the skincare. I've always been a fan of taking care of your skin. My cousin did Mary Kay, and I loved the products. So I was always a fan of skincare, and most recently, within the past like 5-6 years, definitely makeup has become more of a passion. But I've always been confident in knowing that I'm taking care of my skin, and that anyone can get to loving their skin if they take care of it, if that makes sense. So yeah, it definitely, makeup just comes as like a byproduct of that, like having a little fun, being a little artistic.
I find it interesting that we end up doing things that we didn't think we would be doing years before that. Like in high school, if I would have asked you, hey, do you think you're going to be into makeup and skincare? Probably be like, no, dude, I'm going to play this bass. Like, you want to grab the guitar for me? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I definitely thought I'd be a rock star for sure.
Way different. So I find it interesting how people end up in situations like this, because I think there are things that happen to us that make us start to head down that path. Like, you may have listened to the first episode of this podcast where our guest, his grandfather almost died in front of him, and that actually led him into medical device sales. He didn't put everything together and go, you know what, Pop almost died, so now I'm going to do this thing. But it ended up that route. Was there something that happened when you were younger, skin-wise or skin cancer-wise or something?
No, it was something I've always loved. I think it went back to makeup. And then when I discovered that products can really take care of your skin, like that became more the focus. But yeah, I've always loved, and it wasn't makeup in a girly way. 'Cause I mean, you've known me for so many years. I wasn't a girly girl. I mean, I was in an all-girl punk band, but we weren't very girly.
Oh, they're all dudes in a good way.
We used to joke that we were 12-year-old boys. And now that I have, well, he's 13 now, I'm like, oh my gosh. But anyway, yeah, like, I don't know. It was just the confidence I would feel when I would do my makeup, and not doing anything crazy. It wasn't that I wanted to hide myself. It wasn't that I wanted to, it was just more of an expression, I guess.
Sure. I think confidence is a big thing. When you walk into any sort of situation, you need to be confident. Again, this podcast is about the gray matter and the gray area between things, what happened and where you're at now. So if you think of when you set yourself up, there are certain people, I'm assuming here, women, men, whatever, that wear makeup that feel like they have to put on that face. And they have to put on this makeup because they feel bad about themselves. What you're saying is more of a confidence boost. That's not really a mask per se, but how do you have conversation with your clients or prospects about that?
I mean, I just want them to feel confident in who they are. If they don't want to wear makeup, I'm not going to force them to wear makeup. I'm going to recommend that they take care of their skin so they feel that confidence. But yeah, also just building those relationships with them in general. It's not because I'm selling makeup. It's not because I want them to buy something. It's because I want them to feel good about themselves. I want to build a relationship with them and be able to walk beside them in life. Like, I don't know, it's more than just makeup. And a lot of people don't understand that, especially since we're an MLM, quote unquote. A lot of people get the wrong impression that beauty consultants are there for the money, and it's just not the case.